Okay, I'm back. I put some of these little trinkets in this box I found at the thrift store recently. It's a really cute box, and I thought it would be nice to hold some little things in here, and it is. Let me show you what I did. I cut a piece of that cover from the Arches watercolor paper. It's really stiff, but it can also bend. So if I decide I want the spine a little more curved, I can do that. I definitely wanted to sew this one in first because I have my guides over here, and allowed me to get that completely centered. And then that way, when I turned it over where there really wasn't any sort of guide, I had my stitches already underneath here showing from the one on the front. So I just laid that on top and sewed around here. And you can see where I put the pocket on the front. Some fun little tag or something can go in there. And now we just need to put the signatures in. I'm not gonna do any kind of template. I like to do 3 signatures in these because it's the more you put in, the more difficult it becomes to just eyeball it and get, good placement for the signatures. But again, this is a trash journal. There are no mistakes in trash journals. It is just pure fun. It is pure memory keeping. It is ephemera. It's quotations, it's pictures, it's things you find, whether it's a rusty washer or a scrap of fabric like on the floor. Like for me, I see things like that where people drop things even on the sidewalk. They may come in with a little swatch, and we try to keep it for people. Like, oh my goodness, this might be their sample they needed for their project. Well, they don't know where they dropped it, and it might be a little 1-inch square. So we try to save things like that. And eventually it's like, well, I just glue it in the trash journal. So we've got 3, 3, and 3. Now let's try to split up these book pages evenly, because I folded a lot of the book pages. We'll at least try to get the signatures similar sizes. So there's that. I'm doing some little extra things now. There's that. There's that. And then let's do some more book pages. And are there more? Yep. So we've got another one, another one, another one. Oh yeah, there are 3 more. And then we will set up our signatures. So there's that, that, and that. That leaves us with, I'm gonna put this up with the paper here. That leaves us with 2 things left. So why don't I go ahead and just grab a 3rd sheet so that the signatures at least have the same number of pages. And now and this is going to be quick. This does not need to be, we don't need to overthink it, because again, with a trash journal or an art journal, you're going to be laying a lot of things on top of the pages. I do want to intersperse these book pages throughout though. I don't want just a chunk of book pages. So maybe we can do like every other one or something. Put some of these really fun pages. This is a great way to use up things too in your workshop. Practice runs, painty pages that maybe didn't turn out like you wanted, or that you just had too many and you don't know what to do with them. So there's a segment. All right, I hope my camera keeps working. I'm glad I looked at my phone because the memory was full and it was not recording. So I'm going to do this as quickly as I can. I don't think this ended up on camera. I've got my 3 signatures. This one's going in the front because I love that little artwork and I love the bright yellow. We may do a lot of bright yellow in this one. So I'm not going to use any sort of template. I've pulled out my awl that I keep in the house. I have this little tin box that I keep needles and things in. And I pulled off 3 lengths of hemp cord that I'm going to use to bind this. So the first thing I'm going to do is just try to get the center of this. I folded it a little bit, but the fold is not completely in the center. And like I said before, and I don't know if it was caught on the recording because my phone stopped recording, it is, this paper's really stiff, but it will also bend. So I'm going to bend it right here. That should pretty much be the center. It looks good. And I believe we're still recording. This is the front signature, so we're not doing that one. We're gonna grab this one in the middle. It's got large pages in it, so it might be a little bit unwieldy. That needle does not need to be floating around. I think it had a string in it and I pulled it out when I pulled the awl out. I'm gonna center this up the best I can. I'm not overthinking anything. I'm just gonna punch this right in the center. Whoa, that was too close to my finger. And I've actually got it up a little bit high instead of, but it does not matter to me. That it's gonna be fine. I've got this huge needle in here. Let me see. That one might actually be too big. I don't know. We might go with it anyway because I'm in a hurry and it's so big it's going to go through, the thread goes through really fast. This is going to be the hard part though. You know what I need? To make sure we're recording, and also my leather thimble. So let's get back over here and punch this through because I think my pages, oh gosh, I think my pages are all over the place now. So don't worry, this is not something to worry about. We're just putting these back on the awl. You know, this is one of the things I miss about being able to just go out to the workshop. My really sharp awl is out there that does such an amazing job. But I know what I should have done with this. I should have, once I had all the pages on here, we're almost there, almost there. Let's just get this on. I should have really worked it around some to make that hole bigger if I was going to try to use that huge needle. Maybe we should try it again. So this is on the awl, and let's just see if this will stay in place enough. And it is going through this time, I think. I do not want to stick my finger under there. Oh yeah, so that's going through. Oh, it's going to be huge, huge hole. That's okay though. They're all so different and they're all so fun. I have more strength with my thumb. Let me see if I can push it through that way. And see, I have my pliers close by. There are so many things I have out in Paper Town that I just don't have access to here. Now, we're not going to overthink anything, but I'm going to pull these strings up and together, which makes sure that the pages are lined up. And then I'm going to grab the awl again, and I'm going to poke through the center again, and that is close enough. We don't care if they're perfect. So whichever side you go in with your needle, if it's the outside of the spine, it's going to tie on the outside. If it's the inside of the spine, it's going to tie on the inside. I kind of like having them tie on the outside. You can see, just pushing this through. We're not going to use any kind of template. So let's pull the strings. I wonder if this will go through. I think I'm going to need the awl to line this up again. There we go. So let's just put that through. And I'm going to turn it this way a little bit so I can maybe hold those pages in place. Oops, I've lost the needle. The eye of this needle is so big. I think I can poke it through with one hand, honestly. I say that, but all right, then, be that way. There we go. Let's see if we can put that through. Let me go through the cover first. this big needle is making this a whole lot more complicated than it actually is. But I'm okay for a challenge like that. That doesn't bother me. So now let's pull the threads tight, and then it's starting to get easier. Once you get to this point, it just gets easier and easier. That first, going through those first 2 or 3 holes is the hardest part. And then let's punch right here and get this back on the needle. And let me get my thimble. I'm glad I bought this. So there was a Cricut set on clearance at Joann's, and it's a pretty expensive set, but I guess we're not going to carry them anymore. I don't know. It had some nice scissors, so I'm just pushing this through. Nice scissors, a pin cushion, sewing pins. I can't even remember. Oops. I can't even remember what all was in it. Okay, so that is that one. Wow. And we're still recording, which is awesome. And I think my box fell on the floor. And it would seem that I had something blocking the view, partially blocking the view of the camera lens. I'm so sorry. So I'm going to tie these at the top. On the last journal, I tied them at the bottom, but I really think I prefer the top because I can put them up out of the way to journal. But you know, there's no right way. Everybody, you have to just do what you like, and that's what makes everything so special. Let's put a little drop of glue on that knot and tie it again. So for the next 2 signatures, I don't know. Oh, don't fall. I don't know if I really need to record that part. What I'm going to do, and of course this big needle has been a pain to do. I could score, you know, score this, but I could also just make, but then I'm going to have to really, here's what we're going to do. I want to be able to get it centered up in the spine. That's the biggest thing. I'm not worried about like scale this way as much as I am going across here. I don't want them all jammed together, and I don't want it too far out to the edge. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and put some holes in this part. And this, I wish I had my sharp all in here. This seems harder than it really is because I'm going through this heavy watercolor paper. I'm also going through a feed bag and a cat litter bag and 2 layers of fabric. So it seems a lot harder than it actually is. I need to come over a little bit. So I can tell you I'm going to be bringing my sharp all in the house. It's very sharp. It's like an ice pick. And it sure makes it easier. There. And then one more. Okay, well, I think I poked through the papers there. Gosh, no wonder that was so dang hard. Look, I went all the way through. No wonder it was so hard. Hello? Wow, I'm really strong. I poked through every single page. So I'm going to be basically doing the same thing. I'm going to cut 3 lengths of hemp cord, and I'm going to go in here first. Let me just show you something. I don't have to bore you putting in every single one. We've got the awl here. I've gone ahead and got some yellow hemp cord. So you might wonder, how am I going to line this up? I don't have a template. I went ahead and punched these so that I can kind of get it in the, you know, center it up this way. So I'm gonna lay my papers down in the book, kind of how I want them, how high up, how, you know, low down or whatever. And I'm just gonna try to get it close to where I see that hole. So I hope you could see that. I'm gonna guesstimate on each one. And it's probably gonna be easier to do these as a couple of different layers. So let's just go ahead and put the needle through here. You can just push on this right down to the table while the needle's sitting on the table. And then let's get back in here where the awl is. And let's really try to make those holes as big as we can. But that allows me just to, you know, I can do the cover and then do this part. It does go through easier actually doing it in two parts. So we got that part done, and let's keep the pages together. Let's go down to the bottom because we want to come through up here and have the pages tie at the top. So again, I can see these are lined up. Let's do the best we can to get close to where that hole is, and I think that's pretty good. So let's poke through here and here. Sometimes it makes it easier if you just poke through the hole, like the paper seemed to be coming this way and the needle wasn't going through, if that makes sense. So I just went through with the awl again to get the paper kind of out of the center of the hole that we've made. So let's go through here and make sure that'll still move, because it is possible to punch through the string or the cord you're using, and then it won't move around, and it's not the end of the world, but I really don't like to do that. I like to be able to adjust my strings at the end. So maybe we will poke this through again and get all those papers lined up. And this needle's so big, it doesn't really go through the cord as easily as like a smaller needle would. It doesn't split the cord. So this is going a lot faster than that first signature. And then now let's try our best again to line it up. And I think we've got it. And this is going to be, the last one's so easy because you're coming in from the center. You don't have to try to, you know, guess from the outside. And then let's poke it through here and pull this through. And now our first signature is in. So all we need to do is that middle one. I don't think I need to record all of this, but I did want to show you how I poked holes in here to give me an idea of where I want them to go through. And then I laid the signature down next to it just to get an idea